today, which was a vision of having a one-stop shop.
You hire the best of the best.
Yes, we do. Everybody here to me is family.
Our guiding principles are:
be kind,
speak honestly,
make it simple,
act fairly,
Put people over profits. Simple solutions.
Hey, good morning, everybody out there in Wildcat Nation. You're watching Dollars and Cents with financial expert Bruce Porter from the Resource Center, 882-1800. Bruce, thanks for joining us once again.
Easy on the expert thing.
Hey, I've known you long enough.
I'm learning every day, just like we all should.
That's what good experts do.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I guess I am then.
Yep, I guess you are. I've known you long enough. I feel very good about saying that. So,
Yeah, well, good.
what you got for us today?
Well, you know, we had a viewer question that came in on my email, and it's in regards to taking money out of an IRA or a qualified retirement plan. So remember last year the government said they're going to let you pull out up to $100,000 out of a qualified plan, and you're never going to pay taxes on it, right? Mm-hmm. No. They're going to defer those taxes for 3 years. So everybody kind of forgot that part, but it's a third over a 3-year period. But they did allow you to pull it out to try to, help people get through this pandemic thing, things like that. Well, if you made a withdrawal out of like an IRA, this particular question, they made a $28,000 withdrawal in January out of an IRA. They pulled $14,000 out January the 10th. Then they pulled another $14,000 out on February the 10th. Now, the question is, can I put that back in to the IRA since I did not use the money? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Great question.
So, it's not March the 10th yet. So the standard 60-day rule is what people think. If I take money out of an IRA and then I put it back in within 60 days, I don't have any tax liability. It generates a lot of paperwork, but you can mitigate the tax liability by doing that. Well, in this particular situation where you made 2 withdrawals, one on the 10th of January, one on the 10th of February, and now you want to put all the $28,000 back, you can't.
You can't?
Because the rule is you can make one withdrawal from a qualified plan and put it back in a 60-day period. If you make 2 withdrawals in that 60-day period and then want to put it all back, it doesn't matter. You still can't do that. You're only going to be allowed to put, in that scenario, only $14,000 of the $28,000 that was taken, because you're only allowed to do that one time during a 12-month period.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. See how confusing this can get. So my advice is, if you run into a situation and you need some help, don't hesitate to give us a call.
Yeah, 882-1800.
That's right. Call 882-1800. Talk to myself or my staff. Get an appointment. I don't charge anything just to sit down and visit. I love to drink coffee and get to know people, but we're here to help. Mm-hmm. So if you have a question, I'll be glad to give you the information that I have available to me on these types of situations, and hopefully, alleviate some pain and suffering down the road, because the IRS doesn't have a heart. They don't go away, and they will tax you as much as they can. And if you abide by their rules, you can do some things. But if you don't, you're going to get hammered. So in that case, they're going to have full tax liability on $14,000. If they're under age 59 and a half, they're also going to have a 10% penalty on top of the tax. So we got to think about all those things before we just reach in and make a withdrawal and then change our mind and figure out what to do next.
Yeah, good stuff. Is it really ever too young to give you a call, Bruce?
No. We have plans for our younger clientele. We have different types of investment planning, starting out planning. I have a lot of people that call that are just starting out, young married couples, just starting out. The things to think about. Number one, for like a young married couple, don't jump in too quick. Don't overcommit on finances. Let's figure out which lane you want to stay in for the next 5 years of marriage, And then we can always, expand on your financial plan moving forward. But young people have a tendency to jump in too quick, overcommit.
Well, or not commit at all. And I think that the older I get, I just turned 50. I have realized
That's right, like 2 days ago.
Friday, yeah.
Holy mackerel.
Yeah, Friday. So I'm coming to realize that the most powerful financial tool in the world is time. It's time.
Absolutely.
It's just time.
Time is the most valuable asset we have.
It really is. So it's never too soon.
And it's getting shorter every day now that, you're over the hill. That
Yes.
explains the gray.
Yes, it does. And mostly in my beard. My hair's not that gray, but this beard is really starting to show that. But
So do you feel, any worse now that
So,
you're 50, or do you feel
no, I
better?
feel better because I think the older I get, the closer I am getting to that age where I just get a pass for anything I say.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, he's just an old man. It doesn't,
You're almost eligible for senior drinks at Wendy's.
I know. Yeah. I'm gonna get an old man card.
Yeah.
You have a man card. I'm gonna get an old man card.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for.
You have a lot more rights and privileges with that.
I believe that that's true. If you have a question, email Bruce B. Porter at resourcecenterinc.com. Be happy to reach out to you, or give us a call at 417-882-1800. We'll be back next week with more Dollars and Cents.
Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC. AE Wealth Management and the Resource Center, Inc. are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal. Any references to protection, safety, or lifetime income generally refer to fixed insurance products, never securities or investments. Insurance guarantees are backed by the financial strength and claims-paying abilities of the issuing carrier. This podcast is intended for informational purposes only. It is not intended to be used as the sole basis for financial decisions, nor should it be construed as advice designed to meet a particular need of an individual situation. The Resource Center, Inc. is not permitted to offer, and no statement made during this podcast shall constitute tax or legal advice. Our firm is not affiliated with or endorsed by the U.S. government or any governmental agency. The information and opinions contained herein, provided by third parties, have been obtained from sources believed to be reliable, but accuracy and completeness cannot be guaranteed by the Resource Center, Inc. This podcast is a paid placement.